Yes, y'all. Welcome to Cup of Joe with Jericho.
It's kind of a Cup of Joe.
I'm Joseph. Hey, sometimes they call me a whole bunch of other stuff, but this is K. McCole, and that's Erica Jakes. That's the bishop over there. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all can hit that like button. You can subscribe. You can share. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pound that notification button. Pound, pound, pound. Take that thing straight to Pound Town. That's what we want. Okay? All right, hit that notification bell. And inside the descriptions, make sure you click on the link down in there. Join with us and share your email so you can partner with us so we can talk back and forth to you. We are glad to be here tonight.
Yes.
We happy like Travis Kelce at the Chiefs game with Taylor Swift. Y'all ain't talking.
Now, did y'all see him do the was that him? I think I seen that meme today. Him when he made his little touchdown or whatever he did. Meet me in the trap.
Oh yes, that's it.
That was last week's game, right?
I seen it on this week. What you call it? Meme.
Yeah. So the question is, last week y'all said she was just trying it out, but I want to know are they really dating now? And the answer is
no.
But it could be soon.
It could be soon. It could be
It's
soon.
still giving me weird vibes.
It's some people say they faking it. It's just a publicity stunt. Y'all think
it's still giving me once you go black, you never go back.
Wow.
Yeah, because Cutie had the booty.
Oh.
I'm just saying, my Lord.
And he was with her like 5 years.
Yeah.
What is it with the? Shut up, Kay.
I'm just saying, because there's a whole lot of shaking going on. Because
there's a whole lot of holding going on. And I'm calling a technical foul.
Wait.
Hold on,
because we trying to find
flag on the play on all the men that's holding these good women hostage. Let them go if you don't want them. I said it.
Because the question
you gotta poop or get off the pot.
Because this
now
is just.
You can stay pooping, and I'll leave you with some poopery.
Wait, that's their second date. So we trying to find how many days is it supposed to be before they official?
I don't know about that. I'm talking about a black girl whose time he wasted for 5 years.
Oh, well, that's gonna be the next topic. We gotta get there. First. We gotta get there. But this is the second.
Pass go, collect $200 and keep it moving.
Honestly, in real life, I don't think it's a date time frame before you can make it official. I think it's more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
Like, I done been with somebody, we went on 2 dates and we made it official. I done been with somebody.
I get that, but I feel like
10 dates and never made it official. So
and all of that is
great.
great.
Feeling.
I understand that. But if you ain't got the feeling and we've been feeling each other for 5 years,
we're not talking
we ain't
about
talking
that.
about
Taylor Swift.
We're talking about Taylor Swift.
How many dates
before
they become a couple?
Before you become a couple.
Because I
feel like
this one too.
I feel like that hour on the Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3. It takes 3 licks to get to the middle of a Tootsie.
So you think 3 days and they should be a couple?
No, I mean I don't really know. Can I be honest? I don't really care. It's a waste of time for me. I'm still in that place.
But it's the hottest topic out there because TMZ is covering it.
It ain't hot to me because Taylor is very talented. This is no shade to Taylor or none of those things. But the natural black woman that I am, I'm trying to figure out why you waste that black girl time. That's how I feel.
What I will say is, if it is a publicity stunt, it's definitely helping
him.
No, it's helping other people because the shorts she wore to the game yesterday was sold out in 2 hours. They said those shorts she had on, they said they sold out in 2 hours.
As soon as everybody saw them and they took pictures of them.
What are you from?
I have no idea. They some little jean shorts that had like stones on them or whatever, and baby, they said it's sold out.
Honey, Pinterest, DIY.
Pinterest, your phone do it now, Bixby.
If it is a publicity stunt, hey, I'm sure the businesses will appreciate it because the people are definitely, as Joe said, watching. It's a hot topic right now.
I mean, it's
I'm not trying to be funny, but people need life. Because if you're living vicariously through Taylor Swift, who is a multi-million, maybe billionaire.
You know what? Nah,
And her
nah, you
life,
might
I'm
hit
just
something-
saying.
something now.
Because it's some of y'all out here buying shorts and they ain't got a boyfriend or a potential one to wear these shorts out to. I'm just saying. And no.
I agree with my sister Kay, and I think we touched on this like 2 episodes ago, and I said I'm getting actually kind of tired of like the baby mamas and all of this stuff. Like, we making all of these people famous because we are just getting intertwined in their drama, and the truth is we have our own drama that we need to iron out, figure out, and it's just kind of like, So I think that's why I'm not going woo 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 for the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce thing, because hey, he is handsome. And what I'm saying is, I knew him before Taylor Swift.
I didn't know him before Taylor Swift. I still don't know him, and
I will know him after. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he has his own career. So
Yeah, more people know him now because of
yeah,
her.
I've never heard of that white boy a day in my life.
They said he grew 400,000 Twitter followers overnight.
Well, I knew about him because he was a big deal last year because him and his brother were in the Super Bowl playing opposite teams.
Right.
Oh, now I did.
So,
I never remember that, but what they tell you? So now I do remember that he was some brothers, but
Yeah.
So that's.
I don't even remember him like that.
Yeah.
But I remember that, what you just said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he was the same boy.
Yeah, same guy.
And
So
he
he's
was
pretty
voted
famous.
one of the most best dressed people in the NFL. So that's another reason
Yeah.
how I saw him too.
He's not a slacker.
And yeah, he dressed. I ended up going look at his thing, and also his brother has a podcast.
You looked at his thing.
Like his,
Oh Lord.
his like
Which
real.
thing?
And I'm not
Real.
gonna lie, I do think he has an African American style. It's just not the way he dresses.
Please, thank you
But,
so much. I'm
um,
glad you said that. 'Cause I swear I was gonna say that. I swear I was gonna say
But
that.
his brother has a
That's why he was
podcast
not
that
Caucasian.
is
Let's be
really, I guess, popular. The brothers podcast is popular, and they
What's
had
the name?
their.
It's
I
called
don't-
The Brothers.
I don't know what it's called. Yeah, so they had their mom on the podcast, and the brother jokingly said, you know, Mom, tell the world you were sad when you found out Travis was a guy, not a girl. And so she says, well, at least I got a fashionista out the deal. So I thought that was so funny. And so
That is funny.
and
That
that's
is
what
funny.
made me go through his, like, I was like, you know what, he was voted one of the most best dressed. Let me look at his outfits, and I'm like, wow, he dresses nice, but it definitely, like you said, it gives, you know,
Hey,
it gives African American stylists behind the scenes.
Well, he is from
It
Cleveland,
gives
Ohio.
black influence everything.
The Kelce's are from the hood of
Oh.
Cleveland. They are from Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm not talking about the outskirts. They played with all the brothers. Okay, they went to the black school. They played with the black dudes, and they excelled. So the Kelce brothers, although they are Caucasian in their blood, they can walk right down the streets of Cleveland and be straight at home. Everybody know them. So hence, I know that's a little
shout out to
That's hence
to the
why
Kelce
they
brothers.
like that.
Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the black girls in Cleveland that weren't able to bring the same followers that Taylor was able to. They listen, they devalue us every day, ladies.
Huh? Wait a minute now, hold on. What happened? Two, I like big butts that I cannot lie. Some folks can't deny. Huh? My anaconda don't want none unless she got buns, hun. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the last time you seen Taylor, she ain't got buns, honey.
She don't have that.
Hey,
She
flat
got
little,
none, honey.
little booties
I
matter
saw-
now. Hold
Okay.
on.
I saw them shorts she had on. It
Little
was-
booties matter. My mama had
you
little
got, you
booties.
got a badunkadunk compared to Taylor Booty.
All booties matter now. Little booties, flat booties, wide booties, small
Now be
booties.
careful, you saying
fat
all booty
booties.
matters now. You know it's some booty chasers.
Hey, all booties matter now.
I'm just saying.
Hey, the eunuch is gonna be with us always.
What's the next subject?
How long is too long? What K-Bill
Okay,
want to
we'll
get
talk
to?
about-
But see, the question is, that thing work both ways for both people. It's folks waste folks time all the time.
Time is the one thing you can't get back. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. I was married 19 and a half years. And the day she decided that she was done, I realized that it didn't matter that I said yes and we did the I do's and all that. I still wasted 19 and a half years of my life that I will never freaking get back.
Ever.
You did not waste 19
Oh, hold on. This is my life.
But you learned something in those 19
Hold on.
years.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sure you gained something in those 19 years,
sorry.
but it wasn't a waste.
I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't a total waste.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it wasn't
It
a
may have been
waste.
17
I'm
years
sorry.
worth of a waste.
I'm sorry. This is my life. it was a waste. Okay, being that I experienced it, it was a waste of time. Other than the children that God blessed with, it was a waste. And I could have put my DNA in anybody. My Lord. So I'm just saying, you can sometimes.
It's rare that I agree with Joe, but I'm just saying.
So you could say, I didn't wait long at all. We got married in a year. And 19 and a half years later, she made some decisions and said, look, I'm going a whole nother way. And that changed my life
At
forever.
the end of the day, men is shooting the club up everywhere on a regular basis.
Oh my Lord.
So how long is too long?
Everywhere.
Well, how long is too long to be
I
dating?
feel like how long is too long is based upon the person, what time you're willing to put in. Because some people, what I'm realizing more and more is that everybody doesn't necessarily believe in marriage. Like they don't feel like it takes that to be able to. But let me just say this.
Y'all drank all y'all coffee.
And it was delicious. If I could have licked the bottom of the cup, I would have done today.
Couple
Come in here, I was hungry.
This
So
was
if you
more-
need something sweet like this, I kissed it.
This is more like a half a cup of Joe.
So for me, I just feel like if people go into a relationship and you are intentional, right?
Yeah.
If those intentions change, it should be a conversation. Okay. And if it doesn't seem like it's going that way, don't get me these years down the line because let's go back. You don't get time back. Years are not added to your life. You can't go back to your 20s. You can't go back to your 30s. And I'm in my 40s. So me playing around in my 40s, no, because I plan to be retired on a different kind of level in my 50s. I plan to live a different kind of way in my 50s. Okay? And I just feel like people plan like how with like this death rate and how people are killing people. Folks don't have respect for life, right?
That's true.
And in that, they don't have respect for people's time. I think people on a day-to-day basis are intentionally and unconsciously in some cases wasting folks' time because you don't want to have a conversation, you don't want to do something. And if this is, I have to just say this, but if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself and me too.
Oh, that's the church R&B already.
I just have to say this. I don't agree with y'all. But
Come on with it then. That's what the forum is for.
I don't agree with y'all. I don't like the glass half empty approach because it's not a waste of time. A lot of times.
Oh, I don't think it's a waste of time now.
A lot of times we learn things in these situations about ourselves that are so imperative when we go to move forward.
Agreed.
We learn things in 10-year relationships, 19-year, like we learn stuff about
but it
ourselves
shouldn't take that long to learn it.
We're growing as a person, and so I do agree with you on
growing like a weed on the side of the road.
I do agree with you on if something changes, we need to have a conversation about that because at the starting point we were on this same page. So whatever has happened to make you change your mind, definitely let's talk about it and let's discuss it. But what I'm saying is, if we talk about it and discuss it at year 2, the same hurt that you're going to have at year 2, you'll have at year 5 because at the end of the day, it changed. So if you're, open to that conversation, if you've been in a relationship with somebody for 10 years, let's say, y'all have not gotten married at year number 10, and you go to sit down at the table and this person, your partner says, I no longer believe in marriage. Or they say, I saw some things in you I want you to work on. They give you a list of things that you want to work on. How hurt you will be right there, you'll be hurt no matter what year y'all had that conversation. So the truth about it is, what I truly believe in is in relationships, as couples, we should always just do check-ins at 6 months, a year. We should always do the check-ins to make sure we are on the same path. That's just something that has to be established from day one. Because we grow as a people every day. I saw something today on TikTok and Shannon Sharp literally said, the woman who you go to sleep with at night is not the same woman who you wake up with in the morning because women change, women evolve. So what the man has to learn is how to adapt. And I strongly believe that because I know what I thought 30 minutes ago, I don't think that right now. After listening to what Kay and Joe just said, I'm listening to them and I'm like, you know what? I actually don't agree with that. Like I don't agree that people waste our time. I don't believe we waste our time because we're learning something from the experience. And I feel like when you're getting nuggets that can better yourself, that you can use, it's never gonna be a waste. It happened for a reason. It was purposeful. You staying in this relationship for however many years you've been, it's a purpose for that. And so what your job to do instead of saying, oh, I wasted my time, your job is to say, hey, what was the purpose of me being in this place for this long? And to really dissect that thing and see what, because you can't just say, you know, she or he wasted my time, but you have to say, guess what? I was there too.
Oh, agreed.
I was there too. So let's understand what happened.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Now, I know my faults. I know my faults.
I'm in
know my
agreement
sins.
with what you're saying. What I'm saying is far as the
talk about that,
time wasted. I'm saying there are people who know, yes, there are things that you should learn in a relationship, but there are certain things that you learn in year 1 through 3 that you know really whether or not you want to do it. Sometimes people get into a place of comfort and into a place of I don't want to say this because I don't want to hurt you, because there are feelings there that, you know, this is the person you love, this is the person you care for, and then you take another 2 years when in year 3 you knew that in year 5 it still was, I felt the same way, and you expected something to change when nothing changed in you and nothing changed in the person because y'all was comfortable with each other. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And I maybe not waste is the word, because I'm in total agreement. I think everything is intentional. I definitely believe that there are things that we have to learn from one another. All of those things I agree with. But I think that that drawing it out, I really do. This is my belief. This is according to Kay. I believe that God gives us signs that we don't see, and we stay longer than we were meant to stay.
That's
because
the
I'm
whole
in
point.
agreement that it's a reason why we got together. It's something I needed to learn from the relationship. And go back to exactly what Erica said, which was really good, is that what is it that I'm supposed to learn in this relationship? Is this my end all be all? Is this my forever person? Is this what this is? And if we can't honestly answer that question, then to me, we have to take a piece of the drawing it out. You feel what I'm saying? And I just think that goes with a lot of people, because depending on how you were raised, if you got abandonment issues, you just want to have somebody. Like, it's so many different things that kind of go along with it.
Let me say something, because I do agree with Erica. There are some things you have to learn and all of that. But one of the biggest things you learn as you get older, I'm the oldest person sitting here. I was born in the early 1900s. One thing you learn as you get older, you learn how to say hell no a lot faster.
Hell to the no.
Okay? And see, that's the thing. That's the thing you don't do when you're younger, and that's why you waste some time. Okay? Because that's one thing you don't get back. You can get some more money, but you will not get any more time. Okay? It's just like a boxer. You're only gonna get so many punches, and then you're gonna be out. Okay, as a human, you're only gonna get so many breaths, and then you're gonna be out. Okay, and so what I learned is I should have said hell no a lot sooner. Okay, and so when you get to be my age, now it don't take you long. As soon as hell no, they don't even, it's an immediate swipe left. It's not, well, let's spend 6 months together and talk about it before I swipe left. As soon as I catch that attitude or something, nope, swipe left. As soon as she do something, nope, swipe left. If I do something she don't like, swipe left. I need to say my stupidest, corniest, dumbest joke, and she need to bust out laughing. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to change nothing about me, and they actually love it. Okay? Okay, and so once you get to that point, you won't waste time no more. And I want to challenge y'all Christians. Stop wasting time. Stop giving a darn about people who don't give a darn about you. I fixed my language real good. I fixed my language real good, Bishop.
It's appreciated.
Okay? All right?
I'm sorry. I'm on a different level with it. Damn.
You got to stop wasting time. Stop letting folk waste your time. You ain't got much time.
This is true.
I'm serious. You'll be looking up and you'll be sitting there in that machine and be going beep, beep. And it happened to people at all ages. Okay? So if you not with somebody that love you, you better find someone to love and do it.
How about you better start with loving yourself? How about that?
Well, I did that.
I'm just saying.
I got
some
tired
people
of loving
trying
on
to
my
find
own self.
somebody to love
I'm
them,
sick of
and
that.
they have
Whoa.
not loved
I spent
themselves.
too many nights loving myself.
Whoa,
No.
wait a minute.
No, God made woman, and I wanted one. My Lord.
That's not what
I'm just saying, no, it's too much of that self-love. I rebuke that spirit of self-love. Y'all going all these self-love vacations?
No, because
y'all know what I'm talking about with your filthy spirits. Going out to Vegas for all these self-love vacation is none but women and they're self-loving with machines and toys and roses. I'm sick of it. The devil rebuke y'all self-love. Y'all need to get a man.
Hey man.
Let's talk about inner self-love. Like
I'm saying so that you can appreciate love when it comes.
I know what
Because a
you're
lot of
talking
people
about.
who
I'm
don't
making a
have
bad
it,
joke.
listen, you end up in places trying to get something from somebody that you didn't never give yourself, so you can't appreciate it, and then you are devalued and devaluing yourself.
Pound that like button. And I mean
please
pound
do.
it.
Please do. Go to Pound Town on the like button. Listen, I just, first of all, I just want y'all to know that everybody's in my sermon notes today. Okay, just y'all are in my sermon notes. That's how I know that this right here is of God today. What we at?
What is a good man?
Before we move on, I do want to say this.
Yeah,
I was giving this advice a
too.
while ago, and Joe just kind of tapped on it. And it's when you're looking for your forever person, or when you are attempting to be, someone's forever person. The question that you really do have to ask yourself is, if this person never changes who they are right now, they never change anything about them, will I still accept and love this person?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the most important question, because what we have to know is, it does not matter how much love you show somebody, how much you do for a person, you cannot change a person. So if you're like, oh, I really love him, but I need him to get a little more ambition, or I really love her, but I need her to doll up a little more, whatever the case may be, if that's not in that person and they don't want to change it about themselves, you cannot stick with them longer and see if they gonna fix it or do nothing. Like, God gonna have to talk to them, and that's gonna have to be something they do. So if that person, if you looking at them and you like, if they never change XYZ about them, I don't know about to stay, then don't stay. Go. Because you will never know if they're gonna change XYZ. We cannot see the future.
That's true.
So the only thing you know is, if they don't ever change this thing about them or these things about them, will I still love this person? Can I see myself with this person 5, 6, 7, all the way to 100 years from now? Yeah, and if you can't, then just go ahead and go.
I mean, and
let them circle back once they change it. Because if it's meant to be, it'll circle back and be perfect. I mean, nothing's perfect, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes. So we do have some comments from the audience on today, people in the chat. And E Style says, "Hey family, I miss y'all. I'll be back next week." Now he did tell me that. Y'all.
And I'll be gone next week.
Oh my Lord, Kay gonna be here all by herself. She gonna be fighting.
Oh,
huh? And Stacy Donaldson says, "I hear you, Joseph. Huh?
My Lord. Hey, Stacy.
He said, I miss y'all. We miss you too, Stacy. We love Stacy. Stacy's some people that we know.
My folk.
Hey, man. That's my peoples. And Eastside says, oh, yes, I want one too. What you want?
A woman.
A woman. He tired of self-loving. Y'all need to stop that mess. Going out to Vegas, all these conventions and going on.
What conventions is he talking about?
You know how I didn't know you said you went to the Essence Fest and it was cheeks and all kinds of stuff. You didn't even know folks was doing that. They got these conventions now. Conventions out there.
They got these stores on a regular
and
basis.
And it's a hot mess.
This is true. And Stacey Dawson.
Go down the road.
Stacey Dawson also commented on Erica's just previous comment. She says, "But if there is a but, it may not be meant to be."
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And East Side says, "Is there really a such thing as a forever person?"
Yes, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Listen, my parents is 50 years strong and they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I believe so, brother. Yeah.
Is they still getting it?
I believe so.
I don't know the answer to that question, and I really don't care to know.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Abraham and Sarah was still getting it. You know what I'm saying? My daddy was almost 80, and when he passed away, his wife was, "Oh, your dad! Oh, your dad!"
He started he started slapped his forehead and said, "Wait a minute, Joseph."
Hey man, I'm just saying what it is.
But I will say this, just to bring this all in full circle. Listen, what we have to remember is we cannot take the relationships and our experiences and be selfish with them. Okay,
that's true.
Okay, it's important to understand that we are where we are. We have these lights. We have these nice houses with central air conditioning. We have sinks, running water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In-house toilets and all this stuff because it was built on the back of our forefathers.
That's true.
Okay, and from their experience, they learned from their fathers and their mothers, and then they learned from their fathers and mothers, and allowed us to have things like education, good jobs. Whether, especially us people are part of the culture, right? We are living on the backs of our forefathers, quite literally, and I say that in the sense of nothing is wasted.
Nothing is wasted.
And even if you have spent time in something that was not the outcome that you desired, guess what? You should be able to teach our next generation, which is why Cup of Joe is even a thing, which is why Jericho is even a thing. Because guess what? Most of our listeners and most of our watchers are people that's from the ages of 18 to 35.
That's true. That's true.
And these are
all
those
over the world.
These are people that may have didn't have fathers, may have didn't have mothers and aunties, people that didn't have guidance, or good mothers and aunties to teach them about relationships. That's why we're talking about it, to teach them about God. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And guess what? And God is a God that has allowed generations to go around before the promise was actually came through. And I'm not saying that you gotta wait forever for your promise. No, but just remember, everything is a part of this learning experience.
That's right.
Everything.
That's right.
Everything.
Now, Bishop, the Bible said that he to find a wife, find a good thing, and obtain the favor of the Lord. So we know how you find a good thing in a woman. The question is, where do you find a good man?
Is that the question?
What is a good man, and where do you find one? Ladies,
it's quiet. And meanwhile,
I don't know.
Stacey Dawson says you cannot be selfish in a relationship.
That's true.
And I think she put her age up here.
You got to be constantly giving. It's a constant giving situation.
It's a constant act of selflessness.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So, because I'm gonna be honest with you, for me, my girl is number one. I just want to be my girl's number one. Mm-hmm. It should be God and what my baby wants.
Mm-hmm.
The question is do you get that in return? Because I feel like that is a great thing for us to aspire to in relationships. But what I have found is we don't get it in return and we make it as if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you move past that? Because that's the thing, like we have these aspirations and we want to do these.
Swipe left.
Swipe left.
Yeah, because you shouldn't even get with someone that's not mirroring you. You shouldn't even get with someone that's not giving you what you want. And I'm talking about from the beginning. When I speak, this is the immediate swipe left. Hey, how you doing? If she don't give me the same energy back, swipe left. It's that fast.
But what happens when you get all of that and you get to that?
You get to the person that you swipe right on, you got so many, it's almost like sales. You had to go through almost 100 people to get one yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But then sometimes the yes that you get be a yes, maybe.
That's true. That's why you have to know, even you ain't got to be upset
until the end of the yes.
Yeah, but you can't be.
I think that I personally think that that's one of the things that happens to people. They got a yes, right? They were so excited about the yes that they embraced the yes, but at some point that yes turned to a maybe. And in a lot of cases, the yes really turned to a no, but the person isn't mature.
Well, if the yes turned to a maybe, that's when you really need to swipe left.
But that's the thing, is identifying the maybe. Because a lot of times you've been so stuck in the yes. Can I really just come down some people road? Mm-hmm. You got so stuck in the yes that you had tunnel vision with the yes. And you start missing the maybe caution signs on your left and your right. Because you got like the horses in the Kentucky Derby.
Tunnel vision.
That tunnel vision, nothing to the left. It's like, no, it's just my girl. No, it's just my man. No, it's just my girl. No, it's just my man. And all along, folks is like, what the hell are they doing? Do they not see what's really going on?
You have to really keep your spiritual discernment up.
Yeah, and
especially when you're dating.
I agree with you with the spiritual
if
discernment,
you
but I
can't
think
pick- if
people
you can't
forget
pick
with
it
the
up-
spiritual discernment is the soul ties that come along with them. That'll still
Yeah.
have
Well, and
discerning and all.
And I'm going to defer to Stacey Donaldson because her and her husband's been married for quite some time. How many years has it been, Stacey? You just go ahead and put it in the chat. But she says you have to connect with someone who shares your vision and values.
That's true.
So if that's the case, if you then have the vision and the value, because sometimes we look at the wrong stuff. We look at things like how tall is he, how educated is he, how cute is she, can she cook, and you're looking at the wrong values. Because guess what? If she's willing to put you first, guess what? She'll learn how to cook. If he's willing to put you first. If he's willing to put you first, he'll go get the job that's going to help take care of the family.
That's true.
If you know what I'm saying? So if then, because we do as men and women bring different things to the table and we look for different things. So for, I know oftentimes people be like, well, I make all this money and I'm an educated CEO and this is, you're a female woman looking for a man. And then the man is like, well, that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. And not to say there's anything wrong with your accomplishments, but that's not what he's looking for, right? Because he's gonna come to the table. He's gonna be like, "Hey, I got this, and I got this. I want to. We should be complimenting each other." So that says Stacey's on point, and she also says you have to know your worth, and then and know what you are bringing to the table, and then know what that should garner you. Okay, so yeah. She's been married for 21 years, so she knows what she's talking about.
Can I say this real quick, just to that point of what Stacey said? Knowing your value and what you bring to the table. And let me just say this because I've been in a situation and I've spoken about it on the show about feeling like you know your worth on one hand and then some things being brought. But this is the other thing that I've come to realize is don't devalue yourself based on the viewpoints of somebody else.
This is true.
That's good.
Because the truth of the matter is you have to find value in you, and somebody or whomever you decide to be with got to be able to see some value, because none of us is walking around with no value. None of us is walking around with nothing to work with. If you watched Mindset Monday last week, I was very clear. We all got something to work with. And I think that we get into a place of allowing people to devalue us because of our own shortcomings, our own insecurities, things that they've seen. And for me, I'm just at a place where you're not going to take nothing from me as if I haven't added value to you. And I think that that's where a lot of people have gotten stuck in situations where they feel like they either can't do any better or they don't want to start over. And something that I'm really just coming to a different kind of belief system is that you never start over from zero again.
That's true.
I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what the situation may look like. You will never start from zero again. You will go back with life experiences, abilities to do things that you ain't know how to do the last time. You don't have to go back. Listen, you don't have to go back into survival, struggle, none of those things. You've overcome them. You know what that look like. You know how to maneuver. So don't learn something in this part of your life and then it's time for transition and you assume that I got to go back to the way that I was living. Like going back to what Erica said, I learned some things, so I know how to apply things to my life differently. I understand now I have a different taste for the things that I've learned. So I'm not going back to the same place.
That's
and
true.
I think that we got to get into, listen, I already told y'all, clap for yourself. Be happy for you. Because everybody's not gonna get it. And I get it. We don't have to walk around and say, hey, I was a single mom and I survived being a single mom. I survived it because that was my part of my process. That was part of me that's something I had to learn, right? But on the flip side is you don't gotta give me no awards, no nothing. I have them. I got the t-shirt, the awards, the bumper stickers, and all of those things. But that does not devalue, and that is not my only title. And I think that that's where people hold their value and they don't see it because they haven't been able to receive or they haven't gotten certain things that they feel like they deserve. And so you literally sum your whole life up into your struggle or your trauma. And that's not fair. It's not fair to you.
Right.
And I say this, and it's important for us to remember this thing too. A threefold cord is not easily broken.
That's true.
So it's important for us, even when I say, hey, it needs to be God, then baby, what you want. Guess what? And that should be in all of our relationships,
Amen.
right? We should have God first, have the Bible as a baseline, right? And then move from there. That should be the foundation. Because again, if we all using the Bible and using God and using the word as a baseline, and then we're moving and navigating from there, guess what? This should not be that hard to figure out if we have the same value system, if we have the same, if we have the same vision and outlook, see if we can agree on this outlook, and then we move forward from there. Just like Stacey Dawson said, you learn and move forward.
That's right.
And E. Styles came in and said, never losing, always learning.
Never losing, always learning. Now I want to touch these couple things because we gotta get to K. McCole and her conversation at Cosmos. But what is a good man and where do you find one? It's a very simple answer to that question. If you know a good man, he know about 5 to 10 other good men. Ask him. Okay? I'm just telling you. If you just want to know, if you know a good man, if you know one, okay, I don't know what some women may consider to be a good man, but if you know one, and you should, just ask him. He know about 5 to 10 good brothers. Okay?
Now, most of the ones who know some other good brothers, they ain't single.
Well, I didn't say. I said, what is a good man and where you find one? I didn't say he was single.
Why am I looking for?
Well, but some of them are. All of them. It's just like, so where's a good woman and how do you find one? Okay, there they go. But all of them ain't single. Some of them is married.
They're gonna point you to the single one though.
They're gonna point. They're not gonna point you to the married one.
If you know a good man and he gonna know about 5 to 10 other ones, he'll tell you at this one single or this one married. So I get it.
Okay, now let me move on to the next thing, which is in sports, they came out with this thing about betting on games. And if you bet on games, you get a 2-year suspension. And if you bet on your players.
Oh, okay.
Players. If you bet on games like in the NFL and you play for the Falcons and you bet on the Cincinnati Bengals against Pittsburgh, you'll get suspended for 2 years. But if you play for the Falcons,
Suspended from playing?
yes. And if you
Ain't they money guaranteed though?
no, not when they suspend you.
This baseball.
Right.
Baseball, basketball.
And so the other thing is, if you play for the Falcons and you bet on the Falcons or against the Falcons, that's a lifetime ban. Now, these are very deep implications that you can try to take any type of way, but I really wanted to tie them into real life, okay? Betting on a game is like betting on yourself, okay? And I really want you to take this because when you bet on yourself, you really need to take about 2 years of your life and bet on yourself. Seriously. Okay? And if you're going to bet on your team, your real team, because anybody in finance, they know you need to build a wealth team. Okay? If you're going to bet on your team, that's going to take a lifetime. Are you feeling me, y'all? Are you feeling me?
Stacey said, don't bet on the Falcons.
That's a good one, Stacey.
Don't bet on the Falcons.
Always bet the other team, huh?
Sheesh.
So just to make sure I understand what you're saying, Joe, what you're saying is if you're gonna bet on yourself, you need to take 2 years to make sure that comes to fruition.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bet on your team, it takes a lifetime of hard work to make sure you guys succeed.
Yeah, just think about if you was gonna get a degree. It's gonna take you 2 to 4 years to bet on yourself. If you're gonna change careers, it takes about 2 years for you to gather yourself in that career before you start garnishing the pay that you truly deserve.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to spend my career doing this, I'm going to be a mortician, I'm going to be a nurse, whatever, the team that you do to build that's going to take you a lifetime. to achieve all the results that you want. So I know betting in the NFL, they phrased it one way, but I wanted you to take a look at it a whole nother way. Because a lot of times we haven't been betting on ourselves. We haven't been trusting ourselves. You know, we'll bet on other people. I know a lot of men that are so into women, so into women.
Also into their job.
Other people, but they never sow into themselves. I know a lot of women are extreme givers. They take care of everybody. Take care of their pastor, take care of their mama, take care of their cousin, take care of their children, take care of the folk on their job. And you be like, what about you? No. Bet on yourself. It's a phrase in Vegas about roulette where they say always bet on black. Always bet on yourself. Now we got to get up out of here, Bishop. You want to say something, but we got to get the combo.
Can I finish out your point, and then I guess we get I will say this: it's going to be extremely hard for you to save someone else if you're drowning.
Lord.
Word.
You see what I'm saying? You can't save it. When we on the airplane, what the flight attendant tell you to do? Put the face mask on yourself first.
That's true.
That is a word.
And E Styles is going back with it. It looks like she said, I can't even defend my Falcons. E Styles said he can't even defend his Falcons. He also said that was good, Joe. And Stacey Dollison says, stack your team.
Stack your team.
Stack your team. Because guess what? If you invest in your team, guess what? Your team going to then start investing back into you. Everybody, rising waters lifts all boats.
You know what? That's true.
Okay. And speaking of stacking your team, stacking your team, we getting into the sermon notes today?
Yes. Right after.
So
go ahead. We got to get to Kay's convo.
Oh, let's get to that first. I'm sorry.
Y'all give it up for y'all. Go ahead and break your Cosmo out right now. Because it's about that time. If you get yourself you gotta get yourself together. Because we getting with K. McCall.
All right. I might need you to record that. I might like that a little bit. So are y'all ready for what's coming?
Yes, we are. No shade.
I know that y'all seen that the Queen Bee
of the movie
is coming to theaters.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
December 1st. So for all of y'all that spend a small fortune
to go see it.
To go see her live for under $20, you will be able to see her in the box office. And I'm not mad about it because I didn't get to go to the concert because so many other things I had going on.
I'm gonna go to the box office.
But I will be at the box office.
I got 20 on
me. Listen.
At the office of box.
I'm happy that I'm going to be able to do both because I went to the concert and I'm happy to go to the box office because we'll be able to see the behind the scenes. So I'm excited about it.
I'm excited to see it because I think this is like her 4th or maybe even 5th behind her tour movie that she's done. Because she did it for quite a few things.
I know she did Sasha Fierce. That was crazy.
And she did another one too. And then
she did the Coachella.
I was saying the Coachella one too. So this probably is number 5. So I'm super excited about that. I'm curious because I think people is fixing to show up to the movie theater the same way that they showed up to this concert. And
you think so?
Oh yes, I think they fixing to show all the way out. This past weekend was the A3C festival that went down here in Atlanta. Super excited about that. Great networking. There was a lot of different things going on. And as a matter of fact, it's still kind of going on because I think it ends tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's anything within the industry, people trying to be connected and things like that, which is similar to the remote world that we went to last weekend. Also here is Dinner on Blanc here in Atlanta is this particular weekend coming up, so that should be great. And the Polo Classic is just like going to the Kentucky Derby. They give you a whole little show. That's this weekend.
Really?
With Miguel and his lovely wife. So that's gonna be super dope on Sunday.
Okay.
And let me see what else is going on in the place to be. In the place to be. Listen, there's always something good going on in Atlanta. Oh, we got one music fest at the end of the month.
Oh, that's gonna be
so it's gonna be really good.
jumping.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, is performing.
One music fest.
So it's really going down. I'm super
Big
excited to be there and be doing some coverage. All things included with that. The other thing that I'm super excited is to now be a broadcaster and listen out here in these streets, representing for Cup of Joe as well. And I'm just excited for what is to come. Listen, we are growing, we are building, so definitely stay locked in.
Please
stay
do.
tuned to what we got going on. Listen, bigger, better, greater.
Yeah.
And we're believing it not just for Cup of Joe, but we're believing it for you. Listen, I'm just in another season of my life that I ain't losing nothing else. I want all my stuff. I don't want nothing else held up for me.
Go get your stuff.
Gave me nothing to lose.
Listen.
Come on, Erica Jakes.
Oh, together.
Y'all ain't
Oh,
saying
my
nothing.
Lord.
Hey, honey,
Oh,
nothing
Lord.
to lose.
Nothing to lose. Nothing
That
to
touched
lose.
me
No
right
more
there.
losses. No more losses. No more losses. All wins. All gains. And so I'm super excited going forward. God is opening doors. And it's so funny because it was prophesied in July. I literally was listening to this prophecy on my way here tonight. And that is that I'm going to step to the doors and they're going to automatically open because doors are opening before me. And that by this time next year, which man,
This time next year.
listen, this time next year, I ain't even going to know how it happened, but it happened. So I'm in expectancy. I'm working with my expectancy and with my faith and my belief. And so I'm just saying to y'all, listen, grab a hold of that word. That you help happen in one person's life, it happens in yours. Put you some seed in the ground and listen. Cup of Joe, Jericho, good ground. Listen, follow us, stay connected. These things that we are doing, we are not doing just for ourselves. We believe that it is purpose driven. We believe that it is life changing, that it's international, that it is worldwide. And so because of these things, listen, stay connected. Stay connected. My bishop said something real good and I'm holding on to that word. And that is right now we're in a season of connectivity. Who are you connecting to? Who is charging you or depleting you? Woo! This has been Conversations with your girl Kate.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all put y'all hands on it and pound that like button and pound that
Do all them
subscribe.
hearts. Give us some hearts.
Give us some hearts and all that 100s and all that type of stuff. Y'all know what it is out here in these YouTube streets. We trying to keep everything from a biblical worldview around this camp.
That's right.
You know, so we're gonna go on over to the bishop, man, and let him.
Well, let me put these last few comments out here. E Style says, "Sang E."
Say,
And so did Stacey Dollison. She said, "Sang" with an A. Sang. Okay. And Stacey said, "Expectancy, faith, and belief." So we gonna ride home on that. Listen. We've been talking about relationships for the past couple weeks, and I want to talk to y'all about y'all relationship with God. I want to talk to y'all about y'all relationship with God.
Okay.
Because listen, there are certain things that you need in order for any relationship to grow, especially your relationship with God.
Okay.
Thing number one.
What's that?
That is time. If you fail to spend time with anything or anyone, there will be a sense of disconnect.
Okay.
Come on now. I know sometimes time away makes the heart grow fonder, but you can't. But you can't create anything without said time.
That's true.
So you need to make sure that you spend time with your Lord and Savior. Now, the other thing that you need in order to have a good relationship is reciprocation.
Nah.
You know what?
Now say that word.
No, reciprocation.
Say
Now,
that
reciprocation
thing. Say that
doesn't
thing,
necessarily have to mean dollar for dollar, deed for deed,
Okay.
or thing for thing.
But
There should be a level of reciprocation.
that's true.
Because what God gives to us, we can't give back to Him.
That's true.
Right? But what we can give to Him is our thanks. We can give Him our life. We can give Him our offerings. We can give Him our time. We can
That's true.
sacrifice other things because God has sacrificed for us. Not only has he given us life, health, strength, food, clothing, shelter, he has given us assets. He has given us family. He has given us people in our lives that have helped us. But guess what? He keeps giving to us. Guess what? We can sacrifice for him. He sacrificed his son for us. So guess what? Reciprocation is important in order to create a lasting relationship.
Bishop, there's a scripture on that.
There's a scripture on that.
Romans 12:1 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is just your reasonable service.
Reasonable.
I know I have the last sip, and I don't want to interrupt the sermon notes, but I want to put this out there
Please
so
do.
people can understand. Reciprocation, as Pastor Markell just said, it doesn't have to be thing for thing, dollar for dollar, or whatever else you said something else. But what it does have to be is water for water. And you can water on your level, right? Because if I give you $20, you can't reciprocate and give me $20 back. But what you can give to me is something that I can value even more than $20. But what it means is that if
Come
I'm
on,
watering
Erica
you,
Jakes.
you're going to water me. And
Preach!
that's what the reciprocation has to be in your relationship with God. As he just said, you can't give God the things that he can give us. Because God can give you monetary blessings. He could give you lessons that are turned into blessings. He can give you a lot of things. But as we learn as little kids, when praises go up, those blessings
Come on, Erica
So we
Jakes.
can give him our praise. We can give him our worship. We can give him our thank you. We can give him the I love you. We can give him the highest praise, the hallelujahs. So that is what reciprocation is in your relationship with God.
I got one more for it. I'm gonna take your point and take it a step further. He having a Baptist fit over here. Wait a minute. Shabbat Stephanos. Listen, but also remember, we are God's children, right? And if we even look at the relationship with our children, even in the natural, guess what? Our children cannot necessarily give us what we've given them. But what do we want our children to do? We want our children to be successful. We want our children to be loving. Do we like a good thank you? Yes.
Yes,
but we'll never be able to give our parents what our parents gave to us. But what we can do is pay it forward.
And what we also want our children to do, the person with no children, we want them to be a reflection of our teacher. And that's what God wants from us as well. To be a reflection of our teaching.
Listen.
Come on, Erica Jakes.
Right? That's the most important thing. What I have instilled in you, I want you to go out into the world and be that light.
And be that thing.
And
And that's what I want to see. I want to see my children successful. I want to see my children be better than me.
Amen.
I want to see my children make more money than me.
Amen.
I want to see my children be better musicians than I am. I want to see them be the better version of who I am. I want them to take, like EJ said, Erica Jake said, we want them to take those teachings. And because guess what? Even if they don't give me $1, guess what? If they taking care of themselves, that's a win for me.
It is.
If they can pay their own bills, and I ain't got to necessarily dish out $200 to help you with your light bill, that's a win for me.
It is.
That means that the stuff that I taught you, you took, you learned, you grew.
And you used it.
And guess what? God wants the same thing from us. He wants us to take those teachings that we got in Sunday school and in YPWW. Now, if you ain't coaching, you don't even know what that is. Young people willing work. But listen, in YPD, in the AME church, in the Sunshine Band, those things that we learned as young people, guess what? God wants us to take those same teachings, those things that we're learning day to day, and apply that to our life. So guess what? We're not having to pray so hard all the time and ask for stuff all the time.
That's
and sometimes
right.
God just wants, number 3 on my list is a dialogue.
You know what? That's a real good relationship right there. You have proper dialogue.
Dialogue. God don't want you doing all this stuff. And let me tell you something.
Put price tag on priceless.
When my children always asking for stuff and they like, Daddy, can you? Daddy, can you? Daddy, can you? And I'm sitting over here like, did you call me and ask me how I was doing? Did you call me and just tell me what's going on in your life? Did you just call me and tell me about the good things that I've been to you? Did you call me and just tell me thank you, Daddy?
Mm.
And what do you think our Father wants from us? Just
Wow.
a little thank you, just a little dialogue, a little conversation with Cosmo, with K is all God wants from K. He just wants a convo with K and Cosmo.
You know what?
That's all he wants.
As often as you do this,
And remember
do this and remember some me.
He just wants you to remember him and remember the good things, the good stuff, because God got good credit. Because he took you out of a bad situation. He got you out of a sticky situation. And then when you got yourself into trouble, guess what? He found a way to bring you out. Matter of fact, you the one got yourself in the trap house and he opened up a window. He didn't even pour out a blessing. He gave you a way out, huh? So listen, he gave you the open doors and he closed some for you. So listen, just remember to have that dialogue with God. And I am off my soapbox.
Bishop,
but listen,
it's a scripture for that
go
too,
ahead,
Bishop.
tell me then.
Psalm 40:2. It said he brought me up also out of a horrible pit and out of a miry clay and set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. He'll bring you out. Look at somebody say, he will bring you out now.
He will bring you out now.
Bring you out. And then it'll put you in the right place.
And will.
With the right people. With the right contacts.
So if you YWCC or YPWW, you go from YPWW to the YWCC, you go from the YPD to REACT. It really doesn't matter what it is. What you learn when you're younger, you're going to take that a little bit further on as you grow. So y'all keep it up.
As Stacey Donaldson is in these comments, she giving these points. Number 1, time. Number 2, reciprocation. She said, you preaching, Bishop. Well, God bless you. God
Reflection and dialogue.
Oh, my Lord.
That sounds like a good start with a relationship. You put time in and make sure y'all reciprocating back and forth. And, make sure you can see your reflection in the other person. They mirroring you. You working hard. They working hard. You loving them. They loving you. And y'all keep that proper dialogue. As Erica say, you got to do them check-ins. If 6 months ain't enough, don't break it down to 3 months. If 3 months ain't enough, break it down to monthly. If it 1 month ain't, break it down to weekly. And if that ain't enough, daily. Daily check in. Hey, babe, what's going on? You good? I'm good, babe. You good? I'm good. We straight? We straight.
Anything on your mind? Are you thinking about something? Did you want to bring up something? Here's a safe space.
Babe, my left kneecap was itching and you didn't scratch it. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. Let me scratch your kneecap. Yes. Yeah, you got to get that dialogue in. I'm trying to keep it clean, Bishop.
What's going on with your kneecaps, man? And is it the back of the kneecap or the front of it?
Hey, now. Hey, now. Listen, we can't stay here. We can't stay here too long. But what we came over here to stay until the Lord say we got to go on. And so before we get to overtime, do y'all know the Church of R&B?
Actually, don't have a song.
That was I said mine.
What was yours?
If you don't want me, then don't
If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Is that what the Lord say to us? Just free yourself. If you don't want him, don't play with the Lord. That's what he said. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me.
Don't put no other
Don't
God.
you be hot.
You know what? But since we're doing that, thanks, Kay. I have a church R&B song from the same artist, and it's Fantasia, and mine is gonna be "Lose to Win."
Ooh,
Sometimes you gotta lose to win again.
To win again.
Have you ever? That's my
love someone
Need someone so bad. They ain't willing to make you laugh. Sometimes you have to lose to win again. And I say that to say what? The book of Job. Because sometimes we gotta lose to win again.
Oh, good job.
And that's what I'm telling you.
Sometimes
we have to lose to win again. Just understand. Or just like Kay said, sometimes we have to look in, take accountability, see who's depleting us to find those people who charge us. That's just what it is.
Let me see you charge it up, huh?
If it makes you cry and all you do is fight, you can't get no sleep at night. Sometimes you gotta lose to win again.
Oh my Lord. Because some of us taking too many L's around here. Well, Stacey Donaldson actually answered my question. She said, them knees is old.
Oh Lord, Jesus. Yeah, they need some oil in sometimes, Stacey. Put some rubbing on these things.
Oh Lord,
Get
some rubbing
lubed
alcohol.
up.
Oh, rubbing alcohol. Right?
Ain't nothing wrong with some good lubing.
That green one.
Anybody else had an R&B
Nothing,
song?
nothing.
Or should I go ahead with the final? I'm on final sip.
Yeah.
You are on the final sip. What time is it?
Time to sip.
Child, you right on time.
Right on
We
time.
have 59 minutes and we right finna be an overtime. Hey, we thank y'all for being here. We do gotta go before our final sip. Y'all give it up for our version of the Jakes family. Erica Jakes, y'all know what time it
I'm excited to do the final sip today because something has been on my heart all weekend. I saw something on IG, which y'all know that's my favorite place to be. Kay always say she's social, not social media. I'm social media, probably not as social. But what I will say is this was on social media and it's been pulling on my heart. Y'all know I love to read the Bible. I love to make it applicable to my life and everybody's life, just to give us a different way to look at it. And it says out of all of the women in the Bible, God told us to remember Lot's wife. And if we remember Lot's wife, we know exactly what happened to her. She looked back, she got stuck where she was. I want you guys to think about what you're holding on to from the past that's stopping you. It's hindering you from moving forward. That you are turning into Lot's wife. I want you guys to really do some self-inventory. Do that self-inventory and say, is this thing stopping me?
Yes.
Have I turned into a pillar of salt? Am I just stuck?
Come
and
on.
If you are, let's do the work to get unstuck. Let's do the work to go ahead and push past.
Move forward.
So out of all of the women in the Bible, he told us to remember Lot's wife.
Remember.
And the truth is because we don't want to be stuck. We don't want what was back there so bad that we can't push forward. And that's my final sip.
Wow, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
And that's why we call her Erica Jakes.
Oh, my Lord.
Y'all get ready.
Listen, and Stacey Donaldson says, I have enjoyed y'all tonight.
We enjoyed you too, Stacey.
Thanks for the interaction.
Yeah, we needed to. It was good.
Listen.
And she said, "May God bless you all."
Hey, one thing we always forget to do because we're not caught up on it. If y'all want to partner with us, hey, tonight we've been bless us with our $2 in our sub campaign. We were just $2 and a sub. Just go in there, find our Cash App, Jericho No Walls.
No donations too small.
We just trying to help the kingdom. We're not one of those people that come out and say, send us $500, send us $1,000. Then there are people who do. We just appreciate whatever we'll ask for something small because we know that the widow's mite everything is in there. It's just like that little crumb from that cake. Everything that's in that cake is in that little bit of crumb. You see what I'm saying? So we thank y'all. Be a blessing on us. Hit that like and subscribe button. Share us. Hey, and we look to see y'all soon again on Cup of Joe with Jericho.
Good night.
Hey, and your thing is not too little.